Good day, Mamati Baboon. I hope you are all doing well. And today we are continuing our Factorio walkthrough. In the last episode, we just finished iron and copper smelting, and we also researched logistics and automation. And if you remember, it was painful to produce all these red science packs manually. So today, to solve that, we are going to start to automate things. And the ultimate goal to this episode is going to be to automate red science packs. So let's see what we need. To produce a red science pack, we need a copper plate and we also need gears. So our first goal today is going to be automating the production of gears. They are really easy to make, they just need iron plates. And to automate their production, we are going to use assembling machines. So what do? Well, as their name implies, they assemble. You select a recipe, for example, the iron gears. You put some inputs, like iron plates for the iron gears, and it's going to produce the recipe you have selected. So let's go. The automation of iron gear is going to be the first step of what I'm going to call our jumpstart base. And what I call a jumpstart base is going to be all the things that we need to produce early game before we move to a bigger, cleaner, and more scalable base design. So I'm going to place the assembly machine here just next to the iron plates. Let's select the recipe, the iron gears, and as you can see here, we need iron plate as input, so I'm going to place an inserter. It's going to take the plates into the assembly machine, and I'm then going to use long-handed inserters to take back the produced gears onto another belt. The difference between inserters and long-handed inserters is that long-handed inserters can take and drop objects from up to 2 tiles away. I'm going to put a belt here, and now we just have to bring electricity to the machine. I'm going to take it from our iron plate smelting. And here we go. And we have our first gear. Great. I'm also going to bring the copper plates. We will have the 3 lanes ready to go up north. And now we are going to have everything to produce red science. I am going to put 2 assembling machines just on the right, because now we have copper and gear here. Let's select the recipe, and the little trick, if you want to copy a recipe between assemblers, you can just do a shift right click, then shift left click on another machine. And you see, the same recipe was selected. We will need to put inserters to take the copper, and long-handed inserters to take the gears. Let's put 2 poles to pour the assemblers and the inserters. And great, it's starting to produce red science packs. Now, we are not finished yet. I want to take out this red science pack out of the assembly machines, and I want to put them in the lab. So we are going to first put them on the belt, and now I need to get back to the source of our base to take back the research lab. Wait for me a moment. And we are back. I took the research lab. I also built another one, so we have 2 in our inventory. I am going to place them here. And now we need to put inserters to take the packs into them. And again, we just need to put electricity to the research lab. And it's working. We now have a lab with science inside. There are a lot of science that we urgently need. The most important is probably going to be military. We absolutely want this submachine gun. It's going to be a big upgrade to our handgun. And it's going to be very important because we want to be able to defend ourselves if we need. Alright, now I'm going to add the production of stone bricks to our base. It's something that I really like to do, but you can skip it if you want. I like stone bricks because it allows us to do 2 things. First of all, we are fairly slow at the beginning of the game. When I say slow, I mean the speed at which we run. If we work on stone bricks, it's going to improve that. And the other thing is, it's going to help us mark the ground and orient ourselves in our base. So to produce stone bricks, we need to burn stones. So we first need to mine stones. I'm just going to put 2 drills at the moment, that's going to be sufficient. And then we are going to use the same design as the iron and copper smelting. So let's copy it. Ctrl C. Yep, I just need that. We have these trees on the way, let's cut them. The military research is finished, so we can select the next one. And let's see. Yeah, let's do the optics. It's going to unlock lamps. It's not a very important item, especially if you think there is enough light in the night. But I like to put lamps on my base. We need to push the core bed for the west. Let's paste our design. And let's build it. I'm going to speed up a little here because it's going to take some time. But bear with me. At the end of the stone bricks foundry, I'm going to place a wooden box. This is where we are going to keep our bricks. Let's continue our research with... Let's do the logistics science pack. We want to start green research as soon as we can. Now we just need to bring the stones. And here we go, we have our brick foundry. And the first bricks are coming out. Now that I think about it again, it seems that 2 electric drills are not going to be enough. So let's just put a little more. We are going to use a lot of bricks through the game. And while we are here, let's also have a look at our power network. Energy consumption has increased, but we are still fine. Let's remove this drill and this furnace, we don't need them anymore. And let's also double our copper production. Great, we should be fine now. I want to show you how to use the bricks. Let's take the one that we have. And what you can do is if you press plus or minus, you can change the area that you are going to put on the ground. You see? And let's put some here. You see now, when I walk onto them, I'm going to be a little faster. And as I said earlier, it's also going to be very useful for me to mark the ground so that I can identify different areas of our base. Uh-oh, do we notice the same thing? We are not producing enough red science pack for 2 research labs. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put another assembly machine that is going to create red science pack. And it should be enough to feed 2 research labs. Okay, I'm going to remove this assembly machine. I just want to leave one space. And now I will also need to displace the labs. I am going to place them just a little further north. Here should be fine. And here we go. We should be producing enough packs now. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching. In our next episode, we are going to continue and finish our jumpstart base. And the ultimate goal of this jumpstart base is going to be producing green science. And we'll also have a look at military defenses. We need to ramp up our military defenses because you can see here we are starting to spread pollution. We have this base on the northeast and we are spreading far west and I don't know what's there. Before we finish, let's also choose our next research. I'm going to choose physical projectile damage one, and that's going to increase the damage that we do with our weapon, and that's going to be useful for our next episode. Don't forget to add a like and subscribe to the channel if you like this episode, and see ya!